Armies around the world are totally unprepared. A video leaked in a matter of seconds instantly split the internet like lightning that struck in broad daylight. Two all-too-familiar silhouettes appeared simultaneously at the arrival gate of Incheon Airport. The eyes cannot be lied, the heart rate immediately increases. Is that Taehyung and Jungkook? Together? In a public place? Without staff? Without a manager? Without super tight security HYBE as usual? It didn't take long. The hashtags #TAEKOOK Airport Reunion, #HYBE explain this, and #Protect TAEKOOK immediately dominated trending in 37 countries. Army cried, hysterical, even to the point that some fainted because they were too emotional to see these two figures appearing together after so long covered by the news. But behind those tears of joy, there was something much darker. Something that led HYBE to instantly delete some of the uploads and, reportedly, schedule an internal emergency meeting. What exactly happened? Who leaked this video? And why they both feel that way? Personal. For casual fans, this may just be an ordinary moment. But for a true army, especially one that's been observing Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship since BTS's early years, this wasn't an ordinary encounter. This is an emotional outburst that has been harbored for years. Flashback of the past few months. Taehyung had appeared wearing a jacket that Jungkook had worn in 2020. Jungkook drew a silhouette of two people that allegedly closely resembled Taehyung's moment in Paris. And now they show up at the airport together. Looks like a couple protecting something. Or someone. There are no words. There is no official statement. But their eyes speak louder than a mic at a concert. Then why was HYBE so panicked? Hours after the video went viral, BTS official social media accounts did not upload anything. Even the Weverse account that is usually used to calm the fanbase is also silent. No explicación, no diversión. A silence that only fuels suspicion. Is this purely an accident? Or is it internal sabotage? Theories began to emerge. A staff revolt, or even someone from within TAEKOOK himself who wanted to put an end to all this? HYBE has been known as a company that is very strict in controlling the image of their artists. But this time, they're a big hit. Not just about the leaked video, but about the truth that they have been trying to keep quiet. And the 29-second video, the one thing that stole everyone's attention was Taehyung's gaze. The view is unusual. Inside. Soft. Too real to be fabricated. Jungkook beside him looked tense, as if he knew that the camera was lurking, but he couldn't back down. There is a small, very small, moment when Taehyung touches Jungkook's arm. Most netizens will probably skip that, but not the army. They know. That's no ordinary touch. It was the voiceless language with which they communicated all this time. I am here. I'm with you. But why now? Why at the airport? Why allow themselves to be seen? Is this a form of resistance? It didn't take long before the international army community began drafting an open petition. Many are demanding HYBE to give more freedom for the members. Many also immediately refer to this as evidence that the false narrative that the company has been selling has finally collapsed. It's not you who are delicate. You are the ones who close your eyes, wrote a fan from Brazil whose video of TAEKOOK crying at the airport reached 2 million views in 4 hours. Some call this the rise of a new era, an era in which members are mature enough to set their own direction in life, even if it means standing up against the system that raised them. The hottest question of the day was not, is that TAEKOOK? Because everyone was sure it was them. But who recorded this? And more importantly, why spread now? Conspiracy theories began to emerge. Some call this a planned explosion of insiders who are fed up with theatrics. It's also been suggested that this is Taehyung and Jungkook's form of protection against each other, that by letting the public know, they can avoid tacit pressure from the agency. Clearly, the video was too clean for a coincidence. The angle is clear. The focus of the camera does not waver. Even background noises that are usually noisy at airports, such as deliberately muted. If it is true that the video was accidentally spread, then this is HYBE's biggest omission throughout history. But if this is accidentally leaked? And so we are witnessing a silent revolution of two people who have been silenced by the system for too long. Taehyung and Jungkook are no longer children. They know the impact of every step. They know every camera, every spotlight. Then why don't they hide themselves? Why do they just walk side by side in public? Is this a sign that they are ready to fight? Surprisingly, this video not only divided opinion among the media, but also within the army itself. Some feel happy, as if this moment is proof that TAEKOOK is real. But others feel disappointed not because they don't support them, but because they fear the repercussions that come after. HYBE is not a small company. They can rewind the narrative whenever they want. There was a fear that this video would be twisted as if it were just adjacent schedules, even though Jungkook's eyes could not lie. Taehyung's smile was too honest. Behind all that, the army knows this is not a fan service. It's real. Too real. This moment came like a storm, without warning. But that's exactly what makes it feel honest. The army never asks for evidence. They just want honesty. And this time, the honesty came from the most unexpected place, the arrival gate of Incheon Airport, and filters.
No lighting.
No setting is as beautiful as a perfume commercial. Just two men, walking hand in hand, in a crowd, with expressions that voiced 1,000 words. Sometimes, the truth does not come in the form of speech, but in the form of a silent gaze that cannot be denied. Rumors began to circulate in the online community that a former HYBE employee leaked the contents of an internal management message. Minimize damage. Focus on individual narratives. Don't let the fan base unite. If true, it shows that HYBE is jittery. They are not afraid of TAEKOOK's moment. They are afraid of the effect that truth can bring down illusions. If the army unites, a false narrative built over years could be shattered overnight. And HYBE knows that a few hours after the viral video, Jungkook's Instagram account suddenly uploaded an IG story containing a freedom-themed song. The lyrics read, "You try to hide me, but I am the sun." There is no context.
No captions.
But the whole fandom knows this is no accident. Shortly thereafter, the upload disappeared.
Deleted?
Or forced removal. What is clear, in a controlled world like the K-pop industry, every action is not accidental. And Jungkook knows what he's doing. Taehyung hasn't said a word. But his gesture at the airport was enough to thrill the whole world. His hand is near the pouch in the same place where he keeps the pendant that was once rumored to be a gift from Jungkook. When the camera pans up, he smiles a little and then looks down. It was not an acting smile. It was the smile of someone who knew, finally. The world sees what I've been hiding. And in that silence, Taehyung spoke louder than anyone. Some fan sites admitted that day, they were banned from entering the usual area for photos. Only a handful managed to infiltrate and record the viral video.
Why?
Did HYBE know in advance that TAEKOOK would arrive at the same time? Or do they really want to control who can see the moment? There is a strong suspicion that this airport moment was not a coincidence, but a plan that failed to hide. Some staff were reportedly ordered to separate their schedules, but failed for unexplained reasons. Are they trying to convey the message that control is useless? Wever's down.
Twitter lock.
TikTok is full of TAEKOOK edits. In 6 hours, this moment has been watched more than 100 million times on various platforms. And it's not just ARMY that's hysterical. Overseas media are starting to smell the crackling of the system behind the quiet face of the K-pop industry. One of the viral comments wrote, "We don't care who they love. We only care that their love should be respected." For years, the story about TAEKOOK was considered a fan fantasy. But this time, the fans didn't say anything. They just pointed to the video and were silent, because there is no need for theory. No narration needed. What they saw, enough. This is the moment where the world turns upside down.